What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. No intro today for this video. I want to just run something by you guys. Something I was thinking about. Probably could be the best case scenario for Derrick Henry. Now, news broke today about the possibility of the Titans um, trading Derrick Henry this offseason. I don't know why it's breaking news. I did a video on that about a month and a half ago on the Bills should possibly trade for Derrick Henry. So that's not news to me, but to a lot of people that's shocking and kind of surprising. The Titans could move on from Derrick Henry, but I've been on that early. But I was thinking about, man, the Chicago Bears and Derrick Henry make a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, and not just because of cap space. I know Bears have a lot of cap space to use and all that stuff, but if they trade for Derrick Henry, right? Trade for Derrick Henry. I've been screaming for this for the last couple years. Derrick Henry needs help in that backfield in Tennessee. I've been saying that for a while. Get him a great backup or off the wall video I did. Off the wall I did last year. I thought was pretty good, but Titans fans hated it. Was sign Cam Newton, not for quarterback, for quarterback position obviously, but just for power plays, option plays, just to do a little wrinkle to get some pressure to get some workload off of Derrick Henry on the short yard runs and stuff. And the Bears, the only running back they have on the contract right now that's worth anything is Khalil Herbert, who at most of the times the last couple years played better than Dave Montgomery. So you have Khalil Herbert, you trade for Derrick Henry, you get that O line better via free agency, via the draft, because the Bears are gonna be in a great position to be better than they were last season. And obviously a bunch of cap space. They're gonna have a bunch of picks once they trade that first overall draft pick to whoever wants it. The Colts, Panthers, my Falcons, list goes on. Of who could get that first overall pick. So they're gonna have a buttload of first round picks and nice picks for now and for the future. So they're gonna get better there in the draft. They're gonna get better in the future draft, and they're also gonna get better in free agency by signing the top free agents in whatever spots that they deem to be worthy of. Right? Cool. So you get better there. You get more weapons. You get a better running game with a good backup behind Henry. You got Fields already, who's always a great running quarterback, who should get better as a throwing quarterback. And in the division, it's kind of up in the air. The Lions aren't proven. They had a great year last year. The Vikings, they can definitely be ran on. And the Packers, they probably will be without Aaron Rodgers. So it's like, man, the NFC North isn't the dominant North not dominant, but it isn't the top heavy North as it once was. It's kind of up in there honestly, and I could see the Bears doing kind of what the Lions did this season. In 2021, the Lions were in a lot of the games, but they couldn't finish out. In 2022, they flipped the script. They ended up having a great record, or a pretty good record, but a better record than what they thought. Because they were able to close these games out this season. I think the Bears could be in a similar spot. They were in a lot of games this season, couldn't quite close in the fourth quarter. They could flip that script if they bring in Henry, bring in more weapons in the passing game, get a better offensive line in front of Henry and Fields and Herbert, and then they could flip that script and they could be in a wild card spot or hey, possibly win the division in the NFC North. I think it's definitely possible. And we've often seen teams go from worst to first or first to worst or whatever in certain cases in some divisions. So as I said, the NFC North will not be as strong as it usually is if Rodgers does leave. You can't never you can't if you're a Vikings fan, you can't never really count on Kirk Cousins. And then the Lions, like I said, they're not quite proven. They only had one good year under Dan Campbell. Show me again. Show me again so I can trust you. But you have to make me trust you. You're the Detroit Lions. So I think the Bears are in for a good treat if they do trade for Derrick Henry. Having a monster backfield with him, Fields, and Herbert it could be scary. That running game could be the best rushing attack we've ever seen as far as numbers go. We just seen on a different spectrum, a different way. We just seen the Eagles defense put up historical sack numbers. I think the running touchdowns or the rushing yards by overall team could be insane if they were to get Derrick Henry. Like I said, you have Fields, you have Herbert. That would be scary. And Herbert is a good enough back who's not quite a bell cow back. You can't. I don't think you would want Herbert to start fully, but no, having him split reps like he did with Montgomery. You know, same with Henry. Split reps, let Henry get the bulk of it, let Henry get 80%, or shoot even 70%, and then let Herbert get 15 or 20, whatever, and then you get Fields with the rest of it. You know, as far as run plays goes, and then Fields gonna drop back and still run in certain moments also. So I think it's a good scenario for the Bears, honestly, if they were to trade for Henry. It sounds weird, because not really a upfront winning situation. You know, so that's why I'm kind of saying I don't know. You know, if Henry wants to go to Chicago, honestly, um, he might want to go to a winning situation, which makes sense. It definitely does make sense if you're Derrick Henry. I will understand that he wants to win. He was so close with the Titans. They were dark horse favorites the last couple years prior to this season, with this past season, 2022, 2020, 2021, 2019. They were dark horse favorites to win to win the AFC, and they couldn't get it done. So, you know, I think going to a new home is beneficial for both parties. You know, the Titans can kind of just restart, build a team around a quarterback or somewhere or somebody else, and then the Henry can go to the Bills or to my Falcons or to the Bears or whoever else can really get him and can start anew and try to win a championship. If that's what he wants. If not, he can just be another bell cow, keep on doing what he's doing, and go with the Bears and kind of have a fun team. You know, like I said, him, Herbert, and Fields is a fun backfield to have. It's a tough issue to stop, and if Fields can get his arm right, then it's even scarier. You know, so I think the Bears fans should be warmed up to it to get Derrick Henry. You know, he's getting older. He's getting a little bit slower. You can see a little bit of wear and tear on him. But I think another couple years, he'll buy Fields more time. He'll let Fields kind of like that mature more, find himself, and get his arm under control, play action plays, all that stuff. You have a guy like Henry, then you can bounce off a guy like Herbert. You know, it kind of helps your quarterback, slow things down for him, give him more time. You know, the play action works a little better when a guy like Henry's back there behind him. So I think it'll be a perfect fit, honestly. Just depends on what Henry wants, and also the Bears think he's a good fit to go behind Fields. So, but that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.